So what's the real cost of living in Conyers, Georgia? Have you been wondering if you can really afford to move to Conyers, Georgia? Because you're concerned about what's the average housing cost, transportation, your food, your normal expenses on a day-to-day basis. Well, if you have those questions, stay tuned because I will be answering those and more. Hi, Conyers family. This is Liz Joseph with American Realty Professionals of Georgia. And today I would like to talk to you about the cost of living in the city of Conyers. The cost of living is basically the amount of money you need to live comfortably in an area or a city and to pay your bills, your basic expenses, and that's a certain amount of money. And certain cities have a high cost of living where others have a lower cost. So today we'll be discussing the cost of living in Conyers. I do want to put out some disclaimers that this information is based on my research, and you might find some information that varies, and because that might be from a different source. And I will be reading most of the information because I will be, quoting numbers and statistics. So I will be reading. So let's get started. There's a lot of information out on the internet. I use sites like PayScale, livability.com, and areavibes.com and niche.com. So you can check out those sites and you can do your own research, and you can also read up on how they analyze their data and what sources and the year and everything. So let's get started. So I want to talk about the money, the pay. What is the average cost a person makes or earns in the city of Conyers? According to PayScale, basically for salary employees, it ranged from $53,000 a year, and your hourly employees, their pay is between $13 to $15 an hour. Conyers is saturated with a lot of manufacturing companies. Actually, our top 3 employees are Lithonia Lighting, Pratt Industries, and Hill Phoenix is the third. For this video, I will only be discussing 4 expenses to keep the video short. And that would be your housing, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Now, according to Redfin, home prices rose 22% from last year. The median sale price for the nation was $370,528. Now, here in Conyers, the median sale price last year was $215,000. So with that 22.8% increase, that brought it to $245,000, and that again, that's the median income. And I explained to you earlier in the video that was that amount of $240,000. That's the median, where 50% more homes were priced above that, and 50% less of all of the homes that sold that year. Now, something to keep in mind, most households in Conyers are renters. 69% of the household, the people are renting and not buying. So I wanted to also give you the average cost of rent in the city of Conyers. So the median rent in 2019 was $1,046. Now, of course, these figures, the rent rate will vary depending on the square footage, the amenities, how many bedrooms, and also sometimes they might have a promotion, but this is basically the average to give you a reference point and compared to what you're paying now. So our next expense would be utilities. The cost to heat and fuel a typical home in Conyers was 1.4% higher than the national index. So energy bills average about $138.49 a month, and the gas bill average about $110 a month. And of course, that's going to vary based on which plan you're on, which provider services you're using, and of course, how much utilities. Transportation costs, including your gasoline, car insurance, and maintenance expense. Conyers average 102 index, which was 2% higher than the national cost of living. So gasoline was about $2.48 a gallon. That was the average. Car insurance, $108 a month, and car payments, the average was $485. Now, again, pandemic prices are higher. We just don't know how long it's going to last. We don't know. Some people are predicting in 2022. Let's look at our groceries. Conyers had an index of 105, so that's 5% higher than the national index. A loaf of bread was running $2.50. A half a gallon of milk, $3.45, and a dozen of eggs, $1.48. So these are just a few of the basic costs, expenses that a person will incur in the city of Conyers, and it can help you determine based on what you're paying now if your lifestyle will be the same, better, or lower. And overall, the cost of living for the city of Conyers was 7% lower than the national average in 2019. So basically, on an income of $50,000 a year, one can live comfortably in the city of Conyers. So I hope this information was helpful. And if you have any questions or comments, just leave it in the comment section. Contact information will be in the description below. So thanks and have a great day.